Hello people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today I plan to do a list for you. Tomorrow I'm getting a couple of new fragrances, ordered them. Both are going to be like affordable fragrances as usual, but I ordered a couple more. So tomorrow perhaps we'll do initial impression and new fragrance. But for time being, I'm doing a list. These are all fantastic fragrances from my collection. And these are all, they all have one thing in common. That is, they are all flankers to something, original, or previously there was something else which was popular. Then they made other fragrance based on that, maybe a bit darker, bit more different. Okay, so I will go through one by one. You can check out individual review, and these fragrances are some of them are a bit hard to find because of discontinuation, but more or less they are very excellent. I mean, just excellent fragrances. Okay, I would wear them on most part cooler setup. They'll be better. Let's go one by one. So the first fragrance I'm going to show you, this perfume is still very affordable if you can find it. I don't see it everywhere anymore like I used to. This whole line from House of Azzaro. Okay, the original one is called Azzaro Purom, which is a fantastic fragrance. This is the newer version. That one is more of a barbershop orangey kind of fragrance. But there were these three fragrances also. They released. One of them was this one, Azzaro Purom Elixir. Okay, and this Elixir is the red bottle with the dark. More or less, all of them are dark here. But this one, the Elixir trend was introduced way back. Someone did say that in Fragrantic, and I actually agree. Nowadays, you see Paco Rabanne 1 million elixir, you see Lamal elixir, you see maybe what Phantom does have an elixir, I don't remember. So every single fragrance is coming out with their own elixir version. So elixir, you can definitely check this fragrance out, and just like the bottle, the fragrance is very interesting. This fragrance, not really barbershop, it's a little bit deviation. It's more sweet, warm, vanilla. Okay, and it's very difficult to describe this perfume. Some people say it's similar to David of Hot Water, Givenchy's Xerius Rouge, but they all have their own characters. I like them all for different reasons. Okay, I do have the Hot Water here, and then the Givenchy is there. But I think this is really like in between the Davidoff and the Xerius. This is a fantastic perfume. It's warm, it's sweet, it has something in it which is very mysterious. It's very sweet. Definitely, it's very sweet, but warm at the same time. I imagine maybe like vampires would wear this in Vampire Diaries, okay, or True Blood. So this is one fantastic flanker from the Azzaro house, okay. So I still have this bottle. I had another bottle that I finished, so this is my last bottle. So number 9 is a weird fragrance. This is, I call this fragrance in recent times one of the best releases of recent times, or the best flankers, but not safe blind buy. It's very different, and it was a huge risk they did from the house of Hermes, and this is called Terre d'Hermes EDP Intense, okay, or Intense. So I saw this coming out. I paid about $140 for it, which is a standard price for around 200 ml of Terre d'Hermes. So the new bottle is pretty slick. It has an amber side, okay, and it has this own cap. Atomizers are very nice, but this fragrance smells nothing like Terre d'Hermes, the OG. This one doesn't have that orangey vibe. It doesn't have the citra like a vetiver, iso super. This is more of a lava, and it's I don't know, davana, whatever it was in there. It's like spicy, it's like ambery, and this one definitely feels like a little bit of a display of rhubarb. This is weird thing going on. I don't remember all the notes, but this fragrance I remember very impressive. It will remind you of a lot of floral ambers. It's sweet. Oh, it has that note. I just remember it has the note like a candy note, licorice. Okay, so if you like these notes and you want to get something very unique, like uniqueness wise something 10, but you remember Gucci Guilty Absolute, right? That was a very daring fragrance. This is somewhere along that line, not the same like Gucci, but very interesting perfume. And I think this is one of the more creative fragrances. Definitely will be maybe hyped later. Okay, Terre d'Hermes, Eau de Parfum Intense. So that's number 9. Number 8, I'm going to show you one of my favorite dark fragrances. Someone told me this is discontinued. I'm not quite sure, but I do not see this everywhere. And I have the older version here. It's Dolce & Gabbana Purom Intenso. Okay, the OG or the original of this is called Dolce & Gabbana Purom, which was lavender, bergamot, and then I think Was it tobacco? Yeah, tobacco, like mostly lavender tobacco combination, but it was a very masculine and a little bit like a nauseating in a way. Very the made in UK versions were very very synthetic, but I love the German one, and then maybe there was another one, the Italian one. So those were really, I had the vintage, but after that they made a night out version of that. Okay, and this is the night out version. This one has more pepper. Okay, this one also has the tobacco, but it's just dark. Okay, it's dark, it has a fizziness, it reminds me of a little bit of Armani's Code Ultimate, mixed with that Dolce & Gabbana, the Purum. This is an excellent fragrance. Okay, very very big sleeper. If you have the mature nose, you can try this fragrance. Okay, one of my favorite. I wear this mostly in winter. Okay, Dolce & Gabbana Intenso, very beautiful bottle, and you also get 125 ml. The next one is one of those fragrances that is very hard to find. A couple of these here are a bit hard to find, but this perfume, if you find it, get it. If you especially like the note of rum, okay, boozy note, mixed with some fruitiness, also maybe vanilla or something like that, but it's very passionate fragrance. Okay, and if you see the bottle, you will absolutely love it. You don't see this anymore. This is Paco Rabanne Black Excess Potion for him. This is another one for women. That fragrance is okay, but the men's one, absolute magic. And these bottles nowadays, you will not see iconic bottles of Zippo lighters kind. Okay, so this one, they have the seal, sort of the red seal, or it's like a wax. Okay, but when I smell this perfume, once I wanted to let it go, but I don't think I will. I'll keep it for the vintage memories, because this is nowhere to be found. It's very expensive. So if I spray this, okay, excellent atomizer. Yeah, when I smell this one, it's very warm, just like that Azzaro. It's warm and sweet at the same time. That base of rum that makes the fragrance very different. It's very very long lasting. In winter time, I really enjoy wearing this Black Excess Potion. You can try this. This is a flanker to Black Excess by Paco Rabanne, which was a pineapple slash strawberry slash lemon combination. Okay, so number 6 is that dark fragrance that not many people can wear. This fragrance is very very strange. I got this first time in 2016, when I was in Malaysia, and I saw the hype. Someone said this smells like black soap. I think Coach Rob 619 back in the days, and I was like, what does like black soap smell like? That sounds weird. I never seen black soap in my life. And I did love Prada Amber Purum. That is a masterpiece. I had that. Then I didn't have any tester in the shopping mall, so I had to blind buy this. And when I blind bought it, I had no clue what this is gonna smell like, because I have actually been, after seeing the review, I cannot tell. This is called Prada Amber Intense Purum. This is now discontinued as far as I know. First time I bought this, it cost in Malaysia like maybe 120 bucks US dollars. In Bangladesh, it was pretty much $65 when it was available in production. But now I think it's going around $150 because of discontinuation. Very different, waxy. This one is amber. It does have kind of spicy feel. It feels like a little bit like a black floral note, like what like black orchid is characterized by, but does not have that black orchid vibe. Okay, and this fragrance disappears quite quickly. This one has an orangey mixed with that floral, dark floral, and that amber. So it is a darker take, spicy floral take on the Prada Amber Purum, and I think this fragrance is magic. If you especially love Tom Ford Noir EDP, this is very similar to that. In many ways, this is better and much more affordable. Okay, so either Tom Ford or this very mysterious perfume, Prada Amber Purum Intense. So those are the bottom 5. Let's go top 5. So now I have a fragrance. I have actually basically more or less different ranges. They are not all the same price. This one I think is the least expensive. This is the least expensive. After that, Azzaro. Number 5, I'm going to show you Lalique Encre Noire à l'Extrême. Okay, you see the juice. This one tells you this fragrance is dark. Okay, so the original Encre Noire, the fragrance. Okay, I never fell in love with that. Okay, I have it, and I always admired it for being a very creative, like artistic fragrance. Cypress, vetiver, inky vetiver, and then a little bit of woody, smoky. So that fragrance was very gothic, even though not really like a scary perfume, but it was gothic, dark fragrance. I didn't really wear it that much, to be honest. I wore it maybe 5-6 times per year. I wore a lot more of Encre Noir Sport and this one. Sport I wear in the summertime, and the spring. This one I'm wearing winter. This perfume is such a class act. Okay, Lalique's Ombre Noir and this. If you see the price tag, I'm pretty sure when you smell it, it will surprise you big time, because this stuff smells like the mainstream designers, even the fragrances which are $100 upwards, that expensive, or exclusive lines of private blends. This one smells like those. This is woody, but boozy. Okay, woody, boozy. Think of Gucci Purom 1 and fragrances which have the, not I want to say pure malt, but if you like boozies, amber, sweet, oh, Isimiaque Noir Ambre, if you like that, imagine Isimiaque Noir Ambre. I'm not saying it's exact science, okay? Noir Ambre, and then maybe a little bit of the OG of this Gucci Puro 1. If you like that DNA, definitely give it a try. It's a very masculine fragrance, and it's not for everybody, but I love the smoothness of this fragrance. Super smooth, super high class. That's why it's number 5. Encre Noir à l'extrême. Now number 4 is this fragrance, okay? This is now very expensive. It used to be around all the time. I see it in shops, but the prices have jacked up. Like they jacked up the price very fast. This is called Versace Oud Noir, and this is like a flanker to Versace Purom. So Versace Purom Oud Noir, like that you can say, but I just call it Oud Noir. What's so special about this perfume? This is high class. This is the highest of Versace designer line. I do love Versace Man, which is somewhere at the back. That one is a tobacco. Opening wise, that and this have a lot of things in common. This particular perfume, it has a little bit of pink pepper, spices, and I always said it reminds me of Creed's Royal Oud, a little bit of Tom Ford Oud Wood. Some people didn't agree. It's okay. Different people get different things. I'm not saying it's an alternative to anything, but I will definitely buy a backup bottle of it because this is so beautiful. So funny thing about this perfume, I noticed when I stay in the room, AC room, it doesn't really pop, it doesn't really project. Moment I go out of the room, and it's like warm, you know, that time it projects. So I would say this is a great summer night oud fragrance, which is very wearable, but mostly it's the woody spicy. Amazing fragrance. This is a beautiful bottle. Look at that. You know, it's a gorgeous fragrance. So I do admire many designer ouds. This is one of them. Okay, Versace Oud Noir, 10 for the class. So number 3 is a fragrance. This one you cannot find anymore, sadly. If you do, it will cost you a lot of money. So this fragrance is from the house of Paco, Rabanne, and it's a flanker to original 1 million. But 1 million has a lot of great alternatives and also flankers. This is very underrated. Okay, I found it once, I grabbed it immediately, but the price nowadays is going to be very expensive. This is called Paco Rabanne 1 million Intense. If all the bottles look same, this one actually looks like, if you see it like this, it will look like absolutely gold, but I have that. But absolutely gold is my favorite. Second favorite is this Intense, and it's a very, very gradual sort of this nice, you know, like paint, you know, so it looks nice. So this one is rose centric, and I absolutely love the rose in there. Sorry. And this fragrance, it's very sharp and very beast mode. Do not apply if you're not sure if you want to wear this, okay? Because once you wear it, it will be very difficult to get it off your skin, okay? Just going one spray in the air, okay? Just a squirt, actually. Yeah, it got some on my hand. It's very intense, okay? It has this soapy, rosy quality. It is also a little bit like original 1 million, but think of like a soapy 1 million, okay? With this rose, like you're in the rose bath, you know, and it's not super duper masculine, but at the same time, man, this one in the air lingers a lot, okay? Very, very strange fragrance, and I absolutely love it. Sometimes if I have the mood for it, I will wear this and no one's gonna smell like me. So forget about your lyric, man. Get 1 million Intense. Excellent fragrance, okay? Number 2 and number 1, both dark fragrance, and I feel somehow these are connected somehow, even though they are not. They're two different houses, two different fragrances. Number 2 is Prada L'Homme Intense, which is my favorite perfume in winter. This is my backup bottle. I have another bottle in my shelf, which is the old version. This was like maybe the newer batches, but I heard somewhere Prada L'Homme Intense got discontinued. At least in Bangladesh, the prices went sky high. And then now people are bringing it, the prices are going like somewhere between $90 and $150. So buy wherever you get a good deal, okay? But mostly Prada is gonna cost you way more than 120 bucks, okay? If you're very lucky, maybe you can get a tester or something. Even that's gonna cost you 100 bucks. But Prada L'Homme Intense, what a fragrance, man. If you have ever enjoyed the Prada L'Homme, if you're a fan of that fragrance, summertime, iris, nice, soapy, clean, you know, like a fresh, friendly fragrance, this is like a darkness, like patchouli and leather coating on top of that and added performance. This fragrance, some people say I don't get performance. I'm so sorry. If this one doesn't last on you, hardly any fragrance they will. Okay, so Prada L'Homme Intense is such a sexy, masculine. It's no longer that soft, you know, like a soft, gentlemanly, something like a guy working in the office. Prada L'Homme. He's going out at night with his buddies, clubbing and driving, and he can be his full self. He can be like, you know, like a little bit free man. And this is what I feel. Prada L'Homme Intense, definitely check it out. It's Prada L'Homme's elder brother. And sometimes people compare this with Dior Intense, you know, or Valentino Uomo Intense, but more fresh. Okay, so number one, I'm wearing this right now after shower, a late night. It's around 2 a.m. This fragrance I actually bought, and I thought I'm not going to use it. I'm going to sell it back. Then it didn't get sold. Then I thought, like, let's keep it. I have quite a few backup bottles right now, and some fragrances that I did not open. They're unopened. The reason being, I want to sell them off to make a little bit of money because the economy is tight. You know, I cannot afford to keep 3-4 backup bottles of each perfume. But this one, I decided tonight, hell with the business. You know, like, this is my last bottle of it, so I will keep it. Actually, it's okay if it doesn't get sold. This is called V&R Spicebomb Extreme, right? V&R Spicebomb, yeah, Extreme. So Spicebomb at this point has lost a little bit of glory. Okay, last decent Spicebomb flanker after this I found was this one, dark leather. Even though it's a winter, through and through winter fragrance, you can see they're kind of similar in a way, but this is matte black finish. Absolutely love this as well. This one is nice, but very exclusive to winter for me. Okay, I cannot pull this off in a dead heat of summer. This one also no, but this is more friendly. And just like the Prada L'Homme Intense, sometimes if the nights are a little bit kinder, a little bit of breeze flowing, and you see like maybe it's going to rain or something, you can definitely enjoy the hookah tobacco, the vanilla, this mix. It's a spice bomb, the OG spice bomb's flanker, but it's dark, it's spicier, it's playful. It's like, think of having a shisha, you know, being a shisha bar, and you smell like smoke. At the same time, you also smell a little bit like fragrances like Pure Havan, a little bit like Naxos, if you like the tobacco note in there, 1 million Privé, but in a barber shop way. Okay, so this is the fragrance. Okay, let's just go one more spray just for, you know, really excellent fragrance, but the price is very, very high on this. Okay, and the bottle I think is 90 ml. Apart from that, it's a gorgeous fragrance. So it's a military that wins in the end, like a military theme fragrance. Okay, Spicebomb Extreme. So there you go, 10 darker flankers, which I enjoy, and I think very interesting. Oh yeah, this fragrance is projecting a lot. So if you really want to like wow people, these are some fragrances I would say different, not exactly your typical run-in-the-mill perfume. Okay, thanks so much for watching. See you soon, and take care of yourself. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.